We all know that English is very important in professional life. English speaking plays an important role in one's career. Keeping this in mind, Millionlights has launched English Excellence course. First, I would like to give some more information about this course. In English Excellence course, we have focused on making English grammar concepts clear as they are very important to speak fluently in English. Duration of this course is 1 month. The course will be conducted completely online. You will get 2 live sessions per week in which our instructor will clear English grammar concepts and also all your queries will be resolved. If you have any queries, any doubts, you can ask your instructor in the live session itself. The course is a certification course. After successful completion of the course, you will receive a certificate from MHRD, Government of India. Course fees are rupees 999 plus GST. We are currently offering 50% discount on course fees, which is rupees 999 plus GST. Also, after completion of this course, you will get 3 live sessions, which will be completely focused on improving your communication skills. Now, learners, it is my pleasure to introduce you to our instructor, Mr. Nikhil Trivedi. Mr. Nikhil has a business degree in management and has been associated with banking industry, where he has trained a lot of people in language proficiency, personality development, and public speaking. He has worked with some top banking and insurance companies over the years and have helped a lot of people with their overall growth and personality development. He has an equally satisfying stint with fitness industry as well, where he got to work with some bigwigs of the fitness industry and fitness coaches and instructors in helping them out in their language skills and proper communication in their day-to-day tasks of interacting with their clients. We welcome you on board, Nikhil. Now I will request Nikhil to please continue with the session. Over to you, Nikhil.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Praji, for that wonderful introduction, like you have always been doing. So it's a great pleasure. Once again, we are among the students. And the best thing about the students is that they never cease to learn. They have got their innate desire to learn something new and enrich their knowledge and be a better individual at the end of the day. So that's a very good thing that I have for the learners, because they never fall short of energy. They are full of energy. They want to learn something or the other every time they log in. And that is precisely what we are here for. We are here to help you out in that quest for learning, because learning never stops. It should never stop. ऐसा कभी नहीं होता है कि हम सब कुछ सीख जाते हैं और that we know everything. There is a lot of thing in the world, in our life to learn. All right. And to keep this specific intent of students, just a moment. The few things I need to do before we just go on air, which is this. Yes, we are back again. Sincere request to you all. There is a chat box given down below. Make the best use of it. आपको कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आती है ड्यूरिंग द सेशन, पूछना चाहते हैं तो उस पे अपना मैसेज डालें. I'll be more than happy to help you out with that. Right. So as Prachi has already told you about that, this particular course, which the English Excellence course by Millionlights, is designed to focus on the basics of English grammar, because it is the basic that is the most important, or that is the crux. बहुत important है. ऐसा कहते हैं कि अगर आपकी फाउंडेशन स्ट्रांग है तो आपके लिए आगे का काम बहुत इजी होता है. इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक अ ट्री विथ डीप रूटेड रूट्स, राइट? It's very difficult to topple down and grows well because उसकी roots grounded हैं. ठीक है ना? You water the roots to make the plant stronger and grow higher. It's exactly the same thing that we have in this particular course, the English Excellence course, wherein we are focusing on the basics, on the roots, on the foundation, on the fundamentals, right? क्योंकि अगर आपने वो समझ लिया तो बाकी चीजें बहुत आसानी से आ जाएंगी आपको. ठीक है? Problem lies when you don't intend to know about the roots, the fundamentals, the basics. हम सोचते हैं कि बस पास कर लो, मार्क्स आ जाए. That's not the criteria. The idea is to learn and learn better. That is why our channel that we have named it as a Learn Better English, right? क्योंकि आपको फाउंडेशन पे, फंडामेंटल्स पे, रूट्स पे फोकस करना है. किसी पेड़ के ऊपर पत्तियों में पानी डालने से कुछ नहीं होने वाला, राइट? यू हैव टू वाटर द रूट्स. And roots are what? Roots are the main nutrition giving source to the plant or the tree, right? तो रूट्स पे फोकस करना बहुत जरूरी है. That is why we have got this course, the English Excellence course, which focuses on the basics of English grammar. Where we learn everything about the grammar. कैसे है, क्या है. There are a lot of rules that we have forgotten, not because we never learned about them. We were taught in school, but because our focus was more on the marks, the mathematical part of it, not the learning part of it. That is why we have forgotten all those things as we grew older, right? So it's time to go back to the basics again. And in today's session, we are going to talk about a very important topic in English grammar, जिसके बिना आप कुछ बोल नहीं सकते, आप कुछ लिख नहीं सकते, आप कम्युनिकेट नहीं कर सकते. पब्लिक स्पीकिंग तो छोड़ ही दीजिए. You don't talk about public speaking, because if your grammar is not in place, you will commit umpteen number of errors in communication with the other people, and therein the image gets distorted. Because आप जो बोल रहे हैं वो सामने वाले को अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा है या फिर बहुत सारे एरर्स हैं, तो फिर जो बेसिक एसेंस ऑफ स्पीकिंग है वो खत्म हो जाता है. ठीक है? सो वी विल फोकस ऑन दैट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक इन इंग्लिश ग्रामर, जिसका नाम है verb. Verb falls into the category of the parts of speech, right? There are 8 parts of speech जो हम लोग कवर करेंगे जब हम मेन सिस्टम पे आएंगे, जो कोर कोर्स है. ऐसा बोलते हैं, दिस इज जस्ट द टिप ऑफ द आइसबर्ग, राइट? जो कोर कोर्स है, जब आप उसमें एनरोल करेंगे तो उसमें बहुत सारे और भी टॉपिक्स हम कवर करेंगे, बिकॉज दिस बीइंग जस्ट काइंड ऑफ अ डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन फॉर यू ऑल, फॉर यू टू हैव अ फील कि क्या आपको मिलेगा वंस यू एनरोल इन द मेन कोर्स, राइट? सो दिस इज अ काइंड ऑफ अ टीजर फॉर यू कैन कॉल इट दैट वे. ये आपके लिए डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन, जिसमें आप बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिल जाएगा, माइंड यू. ऐसा नहीं कि जस्ट डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन हो, छोटा सा होगा, बट नहीं, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन है. ठीक है? कहीं पर भी आपको नोट्स मिले, आप एक पेपर पेंसिल लेके बैठे, ऑलराइट, टेक डाउन नोट वेरेवर यू फील नेसेसरी. ठीक है ना? क्योंकि इंटरैक्टिव रहेगा तो अच्छा रहेगा. आप मेरे से क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे, अच्छा रहेगा. ठीक है? सो टॉकिंग अबाउट वर्ब, वन ऑफ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट मेजर पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच इन इंग्लिश ग्रामर. अब वर्ब होती क्या है, इसको हम ग्रामेटिकल टर्म्स में बाद में समझेंगे, बट इसको थोड़ा सा ऐसे समझने की कोशिश करिए. I presume you all would have driven some or the other kind of a vehicle, maybe bike or car or whatever, right? So उसमें बहुत सारे कंपोनेंट्स होते हैं ना. एक कार का एग्जांपल लेते हैं. कार में कंपोनेंट्स कैसे होते हैं? उसमें व्हील्स होते हैं, ठीक है, उसमें गाड़ी की बॉडी होती है, उसमें सीट्स होती है बैठने के लिए फॉर पैसेंजर और द ड्राइवर, राइट? और उसमें हॉर्न होता है, उसमें फ्यूल टैंक होता है, राइट? हेडलाइट्स होती हैं. सो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट गो इनटू द मेकिंग ऑफ अ कार, राइट? उसमें एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट होता है विच इज कॉल्ड एज द इंजन. इंजन इज द थिंग दैट गिव्स पावर टू दैट पर्टिकुलर व्हीकल, दैट ड्राइव, दैट एनर्जी that is given by the engine. Imagine a car without an engine, it will not go anywhere, stationary. It will remain stationary. It won't move even an inch, because there is nothing in the car or that particular vehicle that gives power to it. Exactly is the same case with verb. Verb gives the power, the energy to your sentences, right? जैसा कि sentences के बारे में we have talked about, that sentences is the proper arrangement of words to give a proper sense or communicate the proper meaning. वो एक sentence होता है, ठीक है? तो sentence को driving force क्या है? That is the verb. You cannot write, say, do, speak, communicate anything without the use of the verb, right? तो verb is that important and a part of speech in English grammar. तो उसको समझना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि इसको आप समझ जाएंगे ना तो आपके लिए बहुत सारी चीजें आसान हो जाएंगी. बिकॉज बात वही आ गई ना, it is the engine for your sentences, and these are the sentences that you will use to communicate. Spoken English की बात करो तो there are sentences that you speak, right? Written English की बात करो तो वहां पर भी sentences आते हैं, ठीक है? तो इन सारी चीजों में you have verb. Without the proper use of the verb या wrong use अगर verb करेंगे तो the meaning that you're trying to communicate to the person who is either reading or listening to you, right? The whole image, the whole communication will go down the barrel, right? So going ahead, we'll talk about the exact grammatical definition for verb. Like I had already said कि verb बहुत important part of speech है, part of sentence है, ठीक है? Verb exactly क्या करता है? These are the words that describe an action, right? Grammatical बता रहा हूँ बिल्कुल, ठीक है ना? Otherwise तो आपको समझ में आ गया होगा कि it is very important, the power giving source for any sentence, ठीक है? बट अगर आप लिटरल ग्रामेटिकल उसकी डेफिनेशन की बात करेंगे तो दीज आर दी वर्ड दैट डिस्क्राइब एन एक्शन और टॉक अबाउट समथिंग दैट हैपेंस, ठीक है? मतलब वो एक्शन के बारे में बात करते हैं या फिर कोई चीज हो रही होती है उसके बारे में बात करते हैं. लाइक वी आर हैविंग अ क्लास एट दिस मोमेंट, राइट? डिपेंडिंग उनका यूज कैसा है, राइट? डिपेंडिंग ऑन द काइंड ऑफ द यूज दैट दे हैव इन द ग्रामर, दे कैन रेफर टू द टाइम और अदर आइडियाज दैट वी वांट टू एक्सप्रेस, ठीक है? मतलब वो आइडियाज को भी एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं, टाइम को भी एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं, डिपेंडिंग की उनका यूसेज हम किस तरीके से कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? सिमिलरली इंजन के लिए आपको फर्स्ट गियर में जाना है, आपको सेकंड गियर में जाना है, थर्ड गियर में जाना है, फोर्थ गियर में जाना है या स्टॉप करना है, तो वेरियस एक्शंस हैं जो इंजन ही करता है, राइट? सो जब आगे हम बढ़ते हैं तो लाइक आई सेड वर्ब्स क्या है? एक्शन वर्ड्स. सो ऑल द एक्शंस दैट वी डू आर कॉल्ड वर्ब्स. वर्ब्स को हिंदी में क्रिया बोलते हैं. क्रिया मींस टू डू समथिंग. सिमिलरली ऑल द एक्शंस दैट वी डू आर कॉल्ड वर्ब्स, राइट? इट इज अ डूइंग वर्ड. जैसा कि मैंने बोला कि कुछ काम कर रहा है, क्रिया मींस टू डू समथिंग. अब छोटे छोटे एग्जांपल्स वी टॉक अबाउट दैट. स्पीकिंग, रन, फाइट, work, eat. These are all the actions that we are doing and they all fall into the category of verb. All right? A verb always has a subject in it. Sentence के बाद बात करते थे, sentences में हम बात करेंगे जब आप when you will come into the main course, right? तो वहां पे we will talk about sentences as well, ठीक है? बट sentences के छोटा सा ब्रीफिंग दे दो. सेंटेंस में हमेशा एक सब्जेक्ट होता है, फिर उसमें एक ऑब्जेक्ट होता है और देन यू हैव गॉट वर्ब. वो प्लेस हो सकता है या तो बीच में हो सकता है या कहीं भी हो सकता है, डिपेंडिंग की कैसा यूज कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? बट अ प्रॉपर सेंटेंस हैज अ सब्जेक्ट इन इट, देन एन ऑब्जेक्ट इन इट एंड देन वर्ब इन इट. तो ये पूरा सेंटेंस बन जाता है प्रॉपर, ठीक है? तो वो उस पे फिर वहां पर verb always has a subject. In that sense we can say that, right? अभी यहां पर अगर एक एग्जांपल लेके बात करें, मैंने बहुत सारे एग्जांपल दे दिए बट हम फिर भी एक जस्ट टू हैव अ फील ऑफ दैट, राइट? निखिल स्पीक्स इंग्लिश. वेरी सिंपल. निखिल स्पीक्स इंग्लिश, ओके? अभी सब्जेक्ट क्या है? हु इज स्पीकिंग इंग्लिश? निखिल इज स्पीकिंग इंग्लिश. तो निखिल इज द सब्जेक्ट, राइट? एंड व्हाट इज ही डूइंग? He is speaking English. Nikhil speaks English, right? So here speaks becomes the verb, right? And verb के लिए एक छोटा सा एक और एक तरीका बताता हूँ आइडेंटिफाई करने का verb का. All the action that we do, right? All the action wherein there is some energy put in, they are all verbs. अगर मैं कुछ बोल रहा हूँ, so I'm putting energy into it. That is why I'm able to speak, right? If I'm moving my hand, I'm writing something on paper. Writing, right? Writing. I'm using energy of my hand and fingers to write something on paper. So writing becomes the verb, right? I'm running. My legs are providing that impetus, that energy. Okay? So that is why I'm able to run. So running is verb. I'm eating. So eating doesn't happen without anything. Just हवा में हो गया, ऐसा नहीं होता है. You use your body's energy. You chew the food. चबा चबा के खाते हैं ना. You move your mouth in that sense. ठीक है? वहां एनर्जी जा रही है. So everything wheresoever there is energy put in is verb. ठीक है? ये छोटा सा चीज इसको समझने चाहिए आपको, क्योंकि अगर आप इसको समझ जाएंगे रूट पे तो फिर आपके लिए बहुत आसान हो जाएगा चीजों को कम्युनिकेट करना. Even if you are doing a literal translation from your native language to English, there too, if you know all these things, then your task of speaking or communicating becomes very easy. A lot of times we have seen that people who are not able to, they have good ideas, right? They have good ideas, they have got good knowledge, but somehow they are left in that lurching in that cloud. Crowd में वो खो जाते हैं somehow, क्योंकि they are not able to put their ideas across in a better, एक बहुत अच्छे तरीके से प्रेजेंटेबल तरीके से प्रेजेंट नहीं कर पाते वहां पर. सो वहां क्या होता है फिर, वो बीच में कहीं खो जाते हैं क्राउड में. ठीक है, तो वो बड़ा प्रॉब्लमेटिक सिचुएशन हो जाती है. बट वो प्रॉब्लम कैन बी रेक्टिफाइड, कैन बी सॉर्टेड आउट if they come into a course like this wherein we are focusing on the basics of the English grammar. And additional चीज क्या हो जाती है वहां पर, once you enroll, वहां पर अगर आपने कोर्स अच्छे से कंप्लीट कर लिया तो आपको मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन का सर्टिफिकेट मिलता है जो MHRD से अप्रूव्ड है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का डॉक्यूमेंट है जो कि बहुत वैल्यूएबल है, जो और कोई नहीं दे रहा है आपको मार्केट में. वी आर द ओनली वंस who are giving you that certificate of completion you will get for that course once you have completed it successfully. So it makes very good, good decision for you to join the main course, the paid course. फीस के बारे में सारी चीज मैम ने बताई दी. So that is really very nice for you all to come into the course, right? So we were talking about verbs. अभी verbs में फिर जैसे मैंने बोला कि all the actions that we do, ठीक है, and actions are done by the subject. ठीक है, तो वहां पर वो all those actions are verbs. Like here एक दो एग्जांपल मैंने और दिए हैं. एक तो सेंस स्टेट ऑफ बीइंग में भी होता है और एक एक्शन में भी होता है. ठीक है, लाइक जैसे कि यहाँ पर नीचे अगर आप देखो यहाँ पर, तो मैंने क्या लिखा, अक्षर प्लेज फुटबॉल. सो प्लेज फुटबॉल, एक्शन. श्रीकांत सीम्स काइंड, स्टेट. ठीक है, स्टेट ऑफ बीइंग, मैं अच्छा हूं, वो अच्छा है. इस तरीके से स्टेट्स ऑफ बीइंग को भी आप वर्ब से डिपिक्ट करते हैं, राइट? एंड टू टॉक मोर अबाउट वर्ब्स, they are segregated into various segmentation depending on the kind of use that they come in the English grammar. Like action verbs, first form of verb is always the action verb. It is, इसको बोल सकते हैं फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब. वर्ब जो एक्शन में है वो सारे फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब होते हैं. ठीक है ना, जैसे एक्शन वर्ब्स आर व्हाट, they describe some of the actions that is going on, right? Like I said, like writing, singing, walking, clapping, eating, sleeping, everywhere wheresoever energy is put in, they are all action verbs. Segregated. They are also called doing words. मतलब वो verb हिंदी में क्रिया बोलते हैं. Doing words, they are doing something. एक state of being होता है और एक doing होता है. जो डूइंग वर्ड्स हैं वो एक्शन वर्ब्स कहलाते हैं. ठीक है, एंड दे हैव गॉट थ्री फॉर्म्स, प्रेजेंट, पास्ट एंड द पास्ट पार्टिसिपल. ठीक, मेजॉरिटी और मोस्ट ऑफ द वर्ब्स फॉलो द टिपिकल पैटर्न एंडिंग विद द ed इन द पास्ट एंड द पास्ट पार्टिसिपल. ठीक है, मतलब वो वर्ब्स जो ed में एंड होते हैं मेजॉरिटी, वो पास्ट एंड पार्टिसिपल मोड को इंडिकेट करते हैं ed में, जैसे कुछ हो गया. ठीक है ना, वो हो जाते हैं आपके पास्ट से पास्ट पार्टिसिपल में. दे आर रेगुलर वर्ब्स, जैसे कि कुक बिकम्स कुक्ड इन पास्ट एंड कुक रिमेन्स द सेम इन द पास्ट पार्टिसिपल मोड. दीज आर कॉल्ड रेगुलर वर्ब्स. ठीक है, कुछ वर्ब्स और भी होते हैं जो कि अपने पास्ट एंड पार्टिसिपल मोड में चेंज हो जाते हैं. लाइक डू becomes did in past and becomes done in past participle. वो हो जाते हैं irregular verbs. अब इनके बारे में भी हम बात करेंगे, but not here in the main course. ठीक है, क्योंकि it becomes very important where to use the regular and where to use the irregular verbs. There are a lot of exercises given in the main course, right? वहां पर बहुत सारी बहुत अच्छी exercises हैं, but that will be available only to you once you enroll yourself in that course. Okay? Then we talk about the be verbs. Be verbs mean being, state of being, like that. Okay, these verbs show state of being, of existence of something or someone. Like some of the verbs that we use in this case are is, am, are, was, were. Generally these are the verbs that are used as the be verbs. Okay, like you are a good student. You are. State of being बता रहा ना. So you is the subject, are is the be verb here, right? Are, be verb, state of being, showing that good student, you are a good student, आप अच्छे student हो. Okay, you are a good student, you are a good player, she is a good doctor. These are the ways in which we use the be verbs. ठीक है, be verbs. अब यहां पर एक चीज और नोटिस करने वाली है कि अगर बी वर्ब एक्शन वर्ब के साथ आ रहा है, ठीक है, तो वो आपके आईएनजी फॉर्म में ही होगा. इट विल एंड इन द आईएनजी फॉर्म, स्टेटिंग द कंटिन्यूटी ऑफ दैट. ठीक है, जैसे यू आर अ गुड स्टूडेंट, यू आर स्टडीइंग वेल. वी विल नॉट से यू आर स्टडी वेल. अगर आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, अच्छे स्टूडेंट हो तो पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, so we will not say that you are study well. It's the wrong usage. So if a be verb is followed by an action verb, because in studying we have to put a lot of energy, right? हम एनर्जी लगानी पड़ती है, माइंड लगाना पड़ता है, आईज लगानी पड़ती है, फोकस करने के. We have to make use of all the available senses, right? 5 senses होते हैं ना हमारे. तो लर्निंग में जितने ज्यादा सेंसेस आप लगाओगे उतनी ही लर्निंग और डीप रूट जाती है. A lot of times we do not actually apply the available senses that we have. एक दो सेंसेस को यूज कर लेना, देख लिया, रट लिया, दैट इज इट. नहीं, इसीलिए देन एवरी टाइम इन स्कूल में बोलते हैं ना कि लिख लिख के याद करो, लिख लिख के याद करो, राइट इट डाउन टू लर्न बेटर, राइट? बिकॉज व्हेन यू राइट समथिंग ऑन पेपर, you are using multiple senses. That is why learning becomes more deep rooted. That is why I always keep telling that sit down with a notebook and a pen or a pencil, right? Take down note wheresoever necessary. Okay? So if a be verb is followed by an action verb, the action verb ends in the ing form always. You are studying well, not study well. You are playing well, not you are play well. You are watching TV for a very long time. You are watch TV for a very long time. Wrong usage. You are watching television for a very long time. So in a nutshell, be verb if followed by the action verb will always be in the ing form. Okay, ये be verb का रूल हो गया. Then we have got have verbs. ठीक है, have verbs are used to show some possession over something. मतलब किसी चीज की ओनरशिप को दिखाते हैं. पोजेशन, जैसे कि मेरे पास एक बढ़िया सा घर है, मेरे पास मोबाइल फोन है, मेरे पास साइकिल है. आई हैव अ बाइक, आई हैव अ हाउस, आई हैड अ टॉय कार व्हेन आई वाज यंग, आई हैड अ वंडरफुल फोन व्हिच आई लॉस्ट. Okay, so in that sense we are showing the ownership or possession of something, right, by the subject, right? And the popular or the important verbs that we use for have verbs for showing possession of something are has, have and had, depending कि टाइम कैसा है. जैसे कि टेंसेस में when we'll talk about tenses then we'll talk about it कि have कहाँ यूज करना है, has कहाँ यूज करना है और had कहाँ पर यूज करना है. ठीक है, when we talk about tenses then we'll talk about this. Okay, has, फिर एक rule, has and have are used in the present form. Has and have are always used in the present context. मतलब कि immediate मौजूदा हाल में, मतलब present मौजूदा, present. Like I have a luxury car, I have a bike, which you have at the moment. मतलब presently you own, presently you possess. I have a bike, I have a car, I have a mobile, right? So for the things that you have at the present or at the time of speaking, you will use has or have. Okay, ये हो गया. And when we talk about had, अभी ये क्वेश्चन तो आ ही गया होगा आपके माइंड में कि had कहाँ पे यूज करेंगे हम. So had will be used in the past form. In the past form मतलब कि जो गुजर चुका टाइम, back, long gone, right? Like had. I had a toy car when I was 5 years old. जब मैं 5 साल का था, had means था. तब मेरे पास एक टॉय कार होती थी, रिमोट कंट्रोल वाली, बहुत लोगों को बहुत फेवरेट होती है. So I had a toy car when I was 5 years old, or when I was 5 years of age, I had a toy car. In that sense, we can use it. Okay. These are generally used as helping verbs in perfect tenses. Perfect tenses where they are followed by the past participle. मतलब कि perfect tenses में यूज होता है जहां पर वो past participle में यूज होते हैं. ठीक है. कैसे? I have finished my work, not that I have finished my work, क्योंकि finished is the past participle mode. ठीक है. तो यहां पर एक helping verb के तरीके से यूज होगा for indicating that something you have done in the past participle mode. I have finished my work. Finished, finishing, finished. ठीक है. तो पास्ट पार्टिसिपल मोड क्या हुआ? फिनिश्ड, एंडिंग विद द ईडी फॉर्म. ठीक है. जैसा भी हमने बात किया था वहां पर, कुक, कुक्ड, कुक्ड. ठीक है. रेगुलर, ये फिनिश्ड होगा आपका रेगुलर फॉर्म में आ रहा है. इट्स नॉट इर्रेगुलर वर्ब नहीं होगा. ठीक है. सो आई हैव फिनिश्ड माय वर्क. सो दीज आर यूज्ड एज हेल्पिंग वर्ब इन द पास्ट पार्टिसिपल. फिर हेल्पिंग और ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब के बारे में और डिटेल बात करते हैं. Helping verbs come along the main verb. Main verb क्या थी? The first form of verb, which is the action verb. Okay? Helping verb come along the main verb. Action verb is a sentence to describe the time of action. किस टाइप ऑफ एक्शन हो रहा है या हुआ. Okay? So basic helping verbs जो है वो है can, do, did, are, was, were, have, had, जो भी हमने बात कर ही रहे थे. Shall, will, shall. Will shall कहां यूज होता है? When we talk about the future. फ्यूचर फॉर्म में यूज करते थे. टेंसेस की बात आती तो we'll talk about that in the tenses. ठीक है. अब there is one more thing to be noted here. A helping verb always stands in front of the main verb. अगर if I'm saying that a helping verb is followed by the main verb is the first form of verb, that is the action verb. So it is almost saying the same thing in a different manner, right? A helping verb always stands in front of the main verb, or a helping verb is always followed by the main verb. Both the things are the same. Stand in front of the main verb or followed by the main verb. Okay. So see, if you know about the grammar well enough, you can change the tone of the sentence. A helping verb is followed by the main verb, or a helping verb stands in front of the main verb. Right? So both of them are saying the same thing, but in a very different manner. And you can modulate the sentences according to your need if you know the rules well enough, which we are here to tell you. Right? अभी मैंने बोला कि helping verb stands in front of the main verb. तो main verb क्या होती है? Action verb, जहां पर action हो रहा है, there is some energy being put into it. ठीक है. अभी यहां पर सेंटेंस है, Lily can ride her sister's bicycle. Okay, fair enough. Simple sentence. Lily can ride her sister's bicycle. So easy, right? But अब यहाँ पर we'll talk about the what is the helping verb here. अभी हमने बोला था can, do, does, did, is, am, are. So यहाँ पर helping verb क्या है? Can. Lily can. And what can Lily do? Ride. Because when you're riding something, if you're riding a bicycle, right? You're putting energy into it. You're pedaling it, right? अपने पैर से move करते हैं. So you're putting energy into it. So it becomes the main verb. That is the action verb. Lily can ride her sister's bicycle. So main verb यहाँ पे है आपका ride, and can is the helping verb here. ठीक है? And Lily is the subject. Okay? And bike is the object क्योंकि जिस पर action हो रहा है. Now we'll talk about the kind of verbs. Two kinds of verbs, the transitive verb and the intransitive verb. Here I will like to touch upon this particular topic wherein I was talking about in earlier session that I spoke about that you need to have a good vocabulary. Because if you're having a good vocabulary, a lot of things will come very easy to you, right? So like here, if I say transitive verb, if you know the meaning of transit, right, you can very well make out what transitive verbs would be. या फिर intransitive, what would be, what would be the meaning of intransitive verb or what would be the meaning of the transitive verb, because if you know the meaning, vocabulary helps you in so many ways that you cannot imagine. क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने से पहले अगर क्वेश्चन को सही से पढ़ लें, you understand the meaning of the question, then the answer would come very easy to you. A lot of times we do not pay more attention or do not dive deep into the meaning of the question, or a lot of times we are not aware of the words that come into that particular sentence. And फिर उसके बाद क्या होता है, जब हम क्वेश्चन पेपर करके आते हैं फिर बोलते हैं अरे ये तो क्वेश्चन गलत हो गया, मुझे तो आता था, but because we could not understand this sentence properly, hence we did the question wrongly, गलत तरीके से करा. वहां पर you could have scored more marks, but because you could not understand the meaning of the sentence, because of just one particular word which was new to you, you could not solve it properly. So you need to have a good vocabulary, and the best way to increase vocabulary is to read something every day. 2, 3, 15, 20 minutes of reading every day. Pick up some motivation book, pick up an English newspaper, read the editorial. It's very good because in editorial you get the analysis. There are a lot of you will encounter new words every day. Imagine you are having, say you come across 10 new words every day. So in 1 month you will come across 300 new words. In 1 year you will be having like 3,600 new words. So imagine how good your vocabulary will become, right? So वो आपका काम बहुत आसान कर जाता है. When you are communicating with people around you and you come across with good articulate words, then the people will see you with a different eye. That, oh yes, here is a person who has got good command over English. He has got good command on whatever he or she is trying to communicate to. The people will want to more, have more sessions with you, sit down more, talk more, because they know or they feel that yes, he talks very well or she talks very well. उसके बाद बहुत knowledge है, क्योंकि you are using the knowledge to express. Okay. So we'll talk about transitive verbs. The transitive verbs is a verb which requires an object after it to complete its sense. ठीक है. मीनिंग ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब वो है जिसमें कि आपका जो वर्ब है, ठीक है, इट नीड्स एन ऑब्जेक्ट आफ्टर द वर्ब इमीडिएटली और थोड़ा बाद में भी, ठीक है, टू कंप्लीट इट्स सेंस. आई एम टेकिंग एन इंग्लिश क्लास, ठीक है, आई एम टॉकिंग टू यू. Okay, so that means what? I am talking to you because I cannot talk in the air. Well, however, there is a typical term for it. You can talk all alone by yourself sitting in a corner. The term that is defined for that is called soliloquy. Means person talking to himself. But there too, the action is being done on something, myself. If I am talking to myself, right? मैं अपने आप से बात कर रहा हूं. There too, the object is me. I am talking to myself. ठीक है. Transitive, wheresoever the verb needs, जहां पर भी action completion के लिए किसी object को ढूंढ रहा होता है, that is called as a transitive verb. Action completion होने के लिए आपके पास एक object होना है. He is riding, right? He is riding what? You need to have a definite object to complete the sense. ये सेंटेंस का सेंस कंप्लीट करने के लिए he is riding a bike. The action is being done on the bike, right? So it's a transitive verb. Or the example that I have here for you, because I have taken very simple example to help you understand the basics, right? Then we can increase the level. In the main course, we have made arrangements wherein we will help you increase the level, slowly, steadily will increase the level so that आपका जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग है वो और इंप्रूव हो जाए. ठीक है. जैसे यहाँ पे बहुत सिंपल सेंटेंस है, द मैन किल्ड अ स्नेक. वेरी सिंपल, वेरी इजी. वी हैव डिजाइन्ड दिस होल कंटेंट इन अ मैनर सो दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड इट फर्स्ट. बाद में तो वी कैन डू एनीथिंग. वंस यू नो हाउ टू राइड अ बाइक, यू कैन राइड इट एट एनी स्पीड, बट सेफली. ठीक है ना, विद प्रॉपर गियर एंड ऑल दैट. सेफली ड्राइव करें, बट यू कैन ड्राइव. आप कार सीख जाओगे. इनिशियली व्हाट हैपेंस, यू डू नॉट ड्राइव अ कार राइट इन द टॉप गियर, राइट? उसमें पहला गियर भी लगता है, सेकंड गियर भी लगता है, ठीक है। स्लोली एंड स्टेडीली यू ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस, जैसे आप गाड़ी चलाते हो तो आप स्पीड भी बढ़ा सकते हो डिपेंडिंग आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट कैसी। सेम गोज विद द इंग्लिश ग्रामर, सेम गोज विद द इंग्लिश ग्रामर। आपको ग्रामर समझ में आ गया, फंडामेंटल समझ में आ गए, तो उसके डिग्रीज आप अपने आप ऑटोमेटिकली बढ़ा सकते हो। आप अपने स्पोकन को, अपने स्पोकन स्किल्स को एकदम आर्टिकुलेट बना सकते हो। वर्ड्स कुछ ऐसे से आते हैं, जैसे कि शशि थरूर का आप सुनते हो, वो ऐसे से वर्ड बोलते हैं कि मतलब उनका मीनिंग हमें उनको ढूंढना पड़ता है। इवन द ब्रिटिश गो फॉर लुक फॉर लॉट ऑफ वर्ड्स डिक्शनरी जाकर के कि शशि थरूर जी ने क्या बोला। सो इमेजिन दैट काइंड ऑफ कंट्रोल इफ यू आर हैविंग, इमेजिन दैट, ठीक है। पीपल विल टॉक अबाउट यू दैट यस, ओ माय गॉड, ये तो बहुत अच्छा इंग्लिश बोलता है। यही सेम चीज वी वांट एट द एंड ऑफ द कोर्स फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू, ठीक है। सो आई वाज एट द मैन किल्ड अ स्नेक। अभी यहां पे सब्जेक्ट तो वेरी वेरी इजीली आइडेंटिफिएबल, दैट द मैन। सब्जेक्ट क्या है जिससे स्टार्ट हो रहा है, मोस्टली द मैन, ठीक है। द मैन इज अ सब्जेक्ट। द मैन किल्ड, इमेजिन अ सेंटेंस, इफ आई से द मैन किल्ड, दैट्स इट, सिंपल, और कुछ नहीं बोला, द मैन किल्ड। द मैन किल्ड व्हाट? द मैन किल्ड एयर, the man killed table, the man killed a glass of water, or what did the man kill? So that means you need to have a specific object on which the action is being performed upon. That is called as a transitive verb, right? The man killed a snake. अब यहां पे क्या हुआ, ये action of killed, why? Because it's not that you will just speak it, बोल दिया वो हो गया, कुछ एनर्जी पड़ेगी। हम किल्ड विद समथिंग और समथिंग, अब सब कुछ तो यूज किया होगा ना किल करने के लिए, बो एंड एरो किया होगा, व्हाटएवर, बट कुछ डेफिनेट किया ऑन ऑन द ऑब्जेक्ट। ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है यहाँ पर? स्नेक। यू नीड, बिकॉज जैसा बोला था, ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब रिक्वायर्स एन ऑब्जेक्ट आफ्टर इट टू कंप्लीट इट्स सेंस। सो द मैन किल्ड अ स्नेक, द एक्शन इज परफॉर्म्ड ऑन द स्नेक विच बिकम्स द ऑब्जेक्ट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर सेंटेंस। So यहाँ पर killed is a transitive verb, meaning that indicates what did the man do to that object. उसने उस ऑब्जेक्ट को क्या किया, तब जाकर उसका सेंस कंप्लीट होता है। So उसको कहते हैं ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब, मतलब एक्शन इज परफॉर्म्ड अपॉन, वह ट्रांजिशन हुआ फ्रॉम द मैन टू द स्नेक, एक ट्रांजिट हुआ कि यहाँ डिड एन एक्शन ऑन द ऑब्जेक्ट, एंड द ऑब्जेक्ट इन करंट कंटेंशन इज द स्नेक। Okay, Abhi we'll talk about the intransitive. Now we know about the transitive verb, right? Now we'll talk about the intransitive verb. So exact opposite. Okay, intransitive verbs which does not require an object to complete its sense, right? But communicates the complete sense even in the absence of the object. Agar object hai, then to, if you remove the object, then to the message or the sense is complete. Okay. Like here in this particular example, if I say Nikhil slept all day, very छोटा सा example, Nikhil slept all day. Okay, here the verb is slept, very easily identifiable. You can very easily point it out that this particular word slept is the verb in this particular sentence. And अब यहाँ पर मैं बात करूँ Nikhil slept, you can use any object on it, but even if you do not use the object, there too the message is complete, because the message is that I am trying to tell you that Nikhil slept all day. वो दिन भर सोया, he didn't do anything, he slept all day. Now it does not matter whether Nikhil slept on a sofa or on the floor or on the bed, he kept lying on the chair or he put his head down on the table and slept. The fact of the matter is that the basic essence or the meaning of the sense of the sentence is that Nikhil slept throughout the day or all day. Even in the absence of any kind of object, the message is complete. If I say Nikhil slept all day on bed, right? Now we have an object here. If I remove that on bed from the sentence, and if I say Nikhil slept all day, then too the message is complete, because the idea is that Nikhil slept all day. You don't really need any object to complete the meaning, right? Nikhil played throughout the day, right? He played what is inconsequential. The basic thing is that he played. Din bhar khela. He played throughout the day. So you don't really need to ask, okay, what did he? Even if you put an object into it, the message is communicated properly that he played throughout the day. He could have played cricket. He could have played football. He could have played kabaddi. He could have played anything. But the basic idea is that he played throughout the day. He's tired because he played throughout the day. वो थका हुआ है, he played throughout the day. So you don't really need any object to complete the meaning. ठीक है, अगर object है, good enough. If you don't have an object, then do the messages conveyed properly. Okay, so these are the kind of verbs that are called as intransitive verbs that do not require that necessarily do not require an object to complete their meaning or sense in that sense. Okay. All right. So that we have spoken about verbs and their qualities and the kinds of verbs. Now we come to the very important thing. अगर इसको समझ लिए तो बहुत बढ़िया हो जाएगा. Which is the subject-verb agreement. Means, try to, if you're not able to understand anything, try to break them or that sentence or that topic into different small pieces for you to understand easily, right? Subject-verb agreement means this is a kind of agreement wherein the subject and the verb are there. ठीक है, मतलब subject and verb का agreement होना चाहिए कि कैसे होगा क्या होगा, उसके different rules हैं, there are a lot of patterns that go into it. ठीक है, तो subject and verb agreement के बहुत सारे rules हैं which we will talk about right now. Right, we had already discussed that subject and verb are the very important elements of any sentence. All right, the relation between the subject and the verb depends on two things: the person and the number. Okay, the verb of a sentence must be in agreement with the subject with regard to the person and number. ठीक है, कि वहां पर with regard to the person or number means either the person or the subject is singular or plural. So the verb has to agree with that. Okay, so like for example, if I say, if you look at this particular example here, I am a good singer. Okay, I am the helping verb here, am. I am a good singer because I'm talking about myself only, singular. Singer is the verb here, the main verb, right? The action verb. Okay, I am a good singer. So here the helping verb has to agree with the subject, and the subject is who? First person pronoun, which is I. I am a good singer. Ma'am, अच्छा singer. Okay. Now if I'm sitting in a company of 4 or 5 more singers, now imagine in the there are more than one singer, so it becomes plural. So singer becomes singers. Okay. Now if I say, then because the verb has to agree with the subject. So here I becomes we. We is in plural form. So we is a good singer is wrong. Because the verb has to agree with the subject. So here in the helping verb, is will become are. We will use helping verb are because are is used with the plural. Here we is plural, so the helping verb will also be in the plural form to comply or agree with the subject. We are good singers. It's not that we is good singers. A lot of times I have seen people committing these kind of mistakes wherein they fail to approve the subject verb agreement. Okay, so you need to have the agreement between the subject and the verb depending on the number of person and the subject. Okay, so we are good singers, not that we is good singer. They are troubling me. A lot of time we have heard this particular sentence in the school scenarios wherein students are fighting and they are troubling one another. They have that habit. So you cannot stop that. Okay, the best part about being a student or a child is that you can get away with a lot of things. Okay, these are the things that you remember once you pass out from the school, right? So there are situations wherein a student, ma'am, they is troubling me. They is troubling me. Okay, imagine this kind of sentence coming from a student who is a class 10 student or class 8 student, all right, or even a grown up, because they do not know the subject verb agreement rules. So if I'm talking about they, then they is referred to the number of people is more than one, then we will use they. And because if the verb has to agree with the subject, so we will not use is, because the helping verb is used in the singular form. Here we will use are because are is used with the plural form. So they is plural, are is the helping one. They are troubling me, ma'am. They are troubling me. Okay, it's not a they is troubling me. Then we are saying it wrong. It's a wrong way to use. So subject verb agreement needs to be understood thoroughly because the rules defining the subject verb agreement are here only. ये वो agreement है जो describe करता subject and verb के क्या क्या rules जैसे agreement बनता है. See, when you have that rent agreement, okay, there are a lot of rules written over there. You will not have put put anything on the wall, right? You will not do any modification in the premises without the permission of the owner. You will not come so late, okay? You will not do any kind of a modification in the house because there are agreements. You cannot challenge those agreements. The rules of the agreement state that you cannot challenge. आप मतलब उन rules को आप challenge नहीं कर सकते. You have to abide by that. So similarly, we have the subject verb agreement wherein you have got a lot of rules. You have to abide by it. You cannot challenge it. These are the defined rules. You cannot challenge it. You have to make the best use with these rules kept in mind. All right. So coming back to another set of rules, which is if there are two or more singular subjects and if they are joined by the conjunction and, okay, अभी conjunction मैंने बोला, so you might think, oh sir, conjunction के बारे में तो हमने बताया नहीं, I'm not you, sir निखिल सर ने तो conjunction के बारे में बताया नहीं, तो but बात तो ये ना, come into the main course, okay. So if two or more singular subjects are joined by the conjunction and, okay, then the verb will be used in the plural form. Okay, like we have iron and coal are found in India. Iron and coal are found in India. Two or more singular subjects joined by the conjunction and will take the verb, the helping verb in the plural form. Iron and coal are